All right, today we're going to talk about something we all know, but maybe don't really think about. It's the very first language our bodies learn, movement. We're diving into gross motor skills, those huge foundational abilities that let us, navigate the world, from those first wobbly steps to scoring the winning goal. So yeah, let's get into it. I mean, have you ever just watched a kid on a playground and wondered, how? How does a tiny baby who can barely hold up their own head turn into this little whirlwind of running, jumping, and climbing? It's an incredible journey, and it all comes back to developing these really fundamental skills. So what exactly are we talking about here? Well, gross motor skills are all about the big stuff, the big movements. Think about the power you get from your legs when you sprint, or the coordination in your arms when you throw a ball. Oh, and just to be clear, the gross part means large, not, well. It's all about learning to control our body's biggest and most powerful muscle groups. A great way to understand what something is to look at what it isn't. And you've probably heard of fine motor skills, right? So if gross motor skills are about the raw power of throwing a baseball, fine motor skills are about the delicate precision of writing your name with a pencil. One is all about large-scale action, the other is all about the tiny details. They're totally different, but, as we'll see, super connected.
Okay, but this isn't just one giant messy bucket called movement. To really get a handle on how these skills develop, experts have actually broken them down into three key pillars. These are basically the foundation of all our physical abilities.
So here they are. First up, you've got body management. Think about balance, coordination, everything you need to climb a jungle gym or walk along a curb without falling off. Then there's strength and speed. This one's pretty straightforward. It's the raw power you need to kick a soccer ball hard or throw it fast. And finally, there's rhythm. This is a big one that people kind of forget about, but it's absolutely essential for things like dancing or even just having a smooth, fluid running style. All right, so we have the what and we have the how. The next big question is, when? How does this stuff actually play out as a kid gets older?
And this progression is just so cool to see laid out. Look at this. At age 3, a kid is just getting the hang of standing on one foot. A couple years later, at 5, they're using that skill to skip on one foot. Then, by 6, they've got the coordination to skip on alternate feet and maybe even master a rope swing. You can literally see how each new skill is built right on top of the last one.
And these age milestones are so important because they show this amazing partnership happening between the brain and the body. It's not just about muscles getting stronger. It's the brain learning to send more and more complex signals. It has to master one level before it can even attempt the next one. I mean, you've got to conquer standing before you can even think about walking, right? Now, it's really easy to look at all this and just dismiss it as, kids being kids. But what's actually happening on that playground is so much bigger. It's laying the groundwork for the rest of their lives, physically and even academically. So why is mastering these early skills so important in the long run? One of the sources we looked at just says it perfectly. The skills learned in these first few years aren't just for plain tack. They are the bedrock, the absolute foundation for so many things we love to do as we get older. All that coordination and strength built on the playground, that translates directly to the sports field, the dance floor, you name it. And here's the part that is just fascinating to me. It's how these huge, big movements actually create the stability for the tiny, precise ones. Of course, they're crucial for sports and gymnastics. But think about this. That core strength a child builds from climbing and running, that's what gives them the stability to sit still at a desk and learn how to write. The gross supports the fine. It is all connected. So it really leaves us with this final thought, right? The next time we see a child playing, are we just seeing them having fun? Or are we actually watching the construction of their future self happening right in front of us? Every single jump, every climb, every single throw is another building block. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What are we helping our children build today?